everybody. It's Noreen and Dennis. We're going live for the first time on YouTube. Wow, this is pretty scary, but I think we're going to be okay. We've been doing a little research on where cruises stand and where our ships are. And Dennis has some things he wants to talk about for upcoming ships.
Yeah, I had a list of them here. See if I can find them real quick. I got to cheat a little bit and read off of the phone here. Let's see here. Okay, there's a nice list here of what ships are already out to sea. The Adventure of the Seas, the Freedom, the Odyssey went July 3rd. Well, no, it didn't. They held the Odyssey back. That just went
The
the
31st.
31st. Yeah, they lie. Uh, Jewel of the Seas, July 10th went. And now we're getting into, Serenade went July 19th. The Allure of the Seas, August 8th. That's going pretty soon now, couple days. The Ovation, August 13th. We're going to be on that one. August 14th, the Independence. The Harmony, August 15th. The Mariner, August 23rd. And supposedly this was, as of today, this list, but I don't know where all these ships have
Clearly, it
passed their
doesn't seem.
uh,
Yeah.
CDC clearance yet. Then September 5th, let's say the Explorer is going. It looks like, or no, Oasis. Then it goes all the way to October. Liberty is going October 3rd. Explorer November 7th. Navigator is going November 19th. And then go all the way to December now. And the Grandeur on December 5th. The Brilliance on December 16th. The Enchantment is going December 23rd. And the Voyager isn't going to go till next year, in January 24th. The Radiance isn't going till April of 2022. And the Rhapsody isn't going till May 23rd of 22. So those ships are probably going to be reconditioned or worked on. That's probably why they're holding them back till next year. As I remember, we're supposed to be on the Voyager, aren't we?
No, the vision.
The Vision. Okay. Oh yeah, the Vision. So we should make it okay because they're going out in December. So
Well, I read somewhere today that some people were complaining that the Vision cruises that they had scheduled for the Christmas holiday were canceled
Mm.
because now they're not going to go to January.
Mm.
So
I
we're
love.
getting excited
Yeah.
about going on the cruise.
Oh, I can't wait.
We have to follow the protocols. We have to get our COVID test in 72 hours before the ship sails, and we have to
I'm just adjusting a little bit.
make sure that we pack everything. You know, we're coming from an area that's pretty warm right now and going to Seattle, and that's going to be pretty warm. And then we're going to Alaska, so that's going to be possibly chilly, but we don't know for sure. So a lot of different types of clothes. We often go on Caribbean cruises, and so the packing is a lot different to go to Alaska.
We've been to Alaska before, so it's
Yeah, we know what it's like.
we know what it's
We're
like.
excited about going.
It's and that when we get to we're going on a tour afterward on the way back to the airport, and was it Pike's Market? Is that the name of it?
Oh yeah, where they throw the fish.
Oh, just love that place. It's hysterical. You go to Pike's Market, and I think it's over 100 years old, from what I
Yeah, it's like a
understand.
big farmer's market, but it's a lot of seafood.
And they just throw these great big fish all around, and they'll throw from one booth to the other because somebody will say, "I need a salmon." Boom, they'll go throw the salmon. I need a tuna. and they throw this great big tuna, and it's hysterical how these guys go. But
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. You stroll around and you look at what everybody's selling, and you might buy shrimp cocktail or
yeah,
something, or
yeah, we did that the last
it's kind
time.
of like a big farmers market.
It's really a lot of fun. And when we went to Alaska last time, we kind of took a couple tours, and it was really great. We took a cemetery tour of the people that were from the gold rush,
Oh
and
yeah,
and these old graves, and there were big stories about everything that the tour guide gave these stories about, about the lives that these people led, and there were a lot of people of note, like the guy who was the mayor and maybe the governor of the state. Well, it wasn't a state then, but of the territory, and it was a really interesting tour.
yeah. The people that led the tour in each of the small tour buses, they were like school buses, if I recall correctly. They were dressed in period costumes, so they would
Yeah.
dress like people who wore long hoop skirts, and the men were dressed up in suits that were from the 1920s or 18 somethings, and they talked kind of like people talk then. So it was kind of a fun tour. They took us all around the town, and we saw a lot. I think that was in Juneau. I can't
That was
remember.
Juneau, yeah. This time we're going to go on a tour of the
On the railroad,
railroad. Yeah. What's the name of it again?
the white something,
Yeah,
white
whatever.
pass,
White Path. Yeah.
pass.
Yeah. Right Path. Yeah. But that's gonna be fun. But we got a call. Well, not a call. Email the other day from Royal Caribbean that they were going to had to shorten the tour by 45 minutes because they're doing work on the rails and stuff, and so they could only go so far on the tour, and they said that they give us cruise credits, about
Onboard
50
credits.
onboard credits, about 50% of
No,
the.
no, they
No?
didn't say what percent.
Oh, it
They
wasn't
said for the
percent.
time,
Oh, for the time. Okay,
for the
for
45 minutes.
45 minutes worth of
Yeah,
credit.
it was probably $3.
We can play that in the casino.
Yeah, we'll do it. Maybe we can win a free cruise on bingo. I never do really well at that.
No. Oh, but
So
yeah,
Dennis is packing up his camera equipment
yeah,
and getting all ready for
yeah,
taking some
mm,
tours of our
yeah,
suite, and
yeah. We're
around
gonna,
the
yeah,
places we're going to visit, and
yeah,
around the ship. And we're going to be on the first sailing
yeah,
from the United States
yeah,
since the COVID on this ship, the Ovation. And our friends, we were just on a FaceTime call with our friends from Cincinnati, and they were on the last sailing of the
yeah,
Ovation in March of 2020, and
mm,
they had to fly home from
mm,
Sydney, Australia,
mm,
because they cut the cruise short because New Zealand wouldn't
mm,
allow the cruise ships to come into their
yeah.
ports.
Talking about our friends, the Cooks, which we have done uh, a conversation with them on YouTube not too long ago. Uh, they've become very, very good friends over the last few years since we met them on a cruise in the Panama Canal, and they're just a couple of real lovely people. And
Yeah, how could you not get to know
yeah,
somebody well? 16-night cruise.
yeah,
You got plenty of time to get
yeah.
acquainted, and
Every
hear a lot
night
of
we'd
story.
have drinks together at the concierge or on the Diamond Club, or whatever place we decide to go to for the night. And uh, they're just really great. And tomorrow is my birthday. Uh, I won't say how old I am, but I'll be 75. Anyhow, they sent me this beautiful shirt for my birthday. Thanks, Nancy and Ron. I appreciate it.
Yes, it's a lovely shirt, and
They
it's
sent
one
me a few
Nancy
other
made.
cool
Yeah.
things too, and they're just really terrific people.
So I think we'll keep them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to be sailing with them on the Odyssey.
Yeah.
we were supposed to be on the Independence, and our cruise got switched over from Independence to the Odyssey because they decided, Royal Caribbean decided to move the Odyssey in and get it sailing sooner, and they decided to move the Independence to sail out of Galveston.
And that
So
cruise
they
too,
had-
they're supposed to become Pinnacle.
Yeah, they're going to be Pinnacle right before that cruise, I think.
Yeah, that or on that cruise, they're
Maybe
not
on that
sure yet.
cruise. Yeah, it depends on what happens.
But
One of their upcoming cruises got canceled because the ship hasn't been simulated sailing yet. But they're going out
Yeah.
again in another week.
it's gonna be nice seeing them again. They're really good friends.
Oh, we
and-
see them all the time.
Yeah,
on
well, we
FaceTime,
yeah we
but not in
FaceTime
person.
every
It's
week.
been almost 2 years.
Yeah, but
It will be 2
yeah.
years, and then some by the time we go in November. Oh no, we're
it's
going in September. I forgot. Almost 2 years.
it's a lot of people have been asking me about you sure you really want to go cruising and get involved with being around people at this terrible outbreak of the Delta variant of the COVID disease, and they say it's safer to be on a cruise ship right now than just about any other place because the air is filtered now to where I think it regenerates itself
Multiple times
every
every hour.
every hour. It's like
Every 12 minutes.
12 minutes, I think
They
it is.
spent a
Yeah.
lot of money
Yeah.
updating the ventilation systems.
Yeah. And
And,
that and this cruise we're going on is like a 95% uh, vaccinated people. And also, uh, we got a email also from Royal Caribbean. They've been very busy sending us emails about our cruise and get more excited. But anyhow, they said that we have to take a COVID test, of either type, the PCR or the other one, antigen. Yeah,
72 hours before we sail.
yeah.
So
So
we're scheduled for that.
yeah, we're all set for that next Tuesday, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So next Tuesday, I'll be walking around going, "Oh my gosh, my nose is all." Actually, I've had the antigen test before, and
I don't think
it's
it's a big deal.
it's no big deal. People like go,
But
"Oh my
I feel
god."
more comfortable knowing that everybody that's vaccinated has to get the test. And if you're not vaccinated, you have to get the test in advance and you have to get the test before they let you on the ship the same day of boarding.
Yep.
So I'm pretty comfortable that they're watching out for us.
It's funny. I know. Oh, was it yesterday? Carnival Cruise Lines announced that in all indoor areas, whether you've been vaccinated or not, uh, since they, I guess, are going to go with all mixed cruises, uh, is they have to wear masks whenever they're inside and they're in the theater, going into the dining room, standing in lines. Anywhere that there's going to be
Wow.
close contact in the theaters, they have to keep the mask on. So Royal really hasn't said much about that, but there's different rules pretty much for every ship. We're reading, each ship seems to, from what area they're taking off. If you're taking off in Galveston, you have one protocol, and then you have another protocol if you're taking off from the port of Miami or the port of uh, what is it, Cape Canaveral or Port Canaveral, and then Fort Lauderdale. I think even has a couple other different rules. So
Well, and every day the rules are changing
Yeah.
because the positivity rates are going up. There's surges of the Delta variant going on across the country in the United States, and it's a scary time. And science prevails, and that's what everybody is following.
Mm.
You know, Royal's protocol for our cruise is if you're walking down the hallway to your cabin, you have to wear a mask. You can take it off when you're eating or drinking, and they're going to have separate places for vaccinated only people. The casino, vaccinated only, and you don't need to wear a mask when
Right.
you're in the casino if you go in there because you have to be vaccinated to get in. And they're going to give everybody a bracelet to indicate that you are vaccinated and that you're allowed to go in those areas. And they're going to have people checking to make sure. I feel pretty safe about that.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I mean, there's skeptics out there who say, oh my God, you're going to go on a cruise and you're going to die from the COVID. Well, I got the vaccine. I'm taking the tests, and everybody else going on the cruise is taking the tests. So I think I feel pretty comfortable.
What's scary right now, though, is uh, the rate is going up just about every day. The positivity rate here in the Chicago area, even it's scary, and I guess Florida, it's just terrible. I saw on the news this evening that uh, they've gone from very few patients to all the hospitals are just crammed now with emergency room patients and ICU patients because of the COVID. And I don't know why people are afraid to get the shots, but I'm glad I got mine. Uh, I'm a veteran, and I'm under the care of the Veterans Hospital, and they made sure last January I had my shot.
Well, you know, thinking about all that and talking about what we're going to do, I'm going to mention what you should be doing. If you like what we're talking about, if you think it's fun to watch what we're doing on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and ring that notification bell so that you'll know when we have another YouTube video that's going to come up. Right?
That's right. Also, thumbs up, because the more thumbs up we get, the better it is about growing our YouTube channel. YouTube is very fussy, and the more subscribers you get, the more thumbs up you get, the better your channel becomes, and the more serious they take your channel and give it more publicity as time goes on. And
Yeah,
boy, we can use the publicity.
yeah, we can use the publicity. We need subscribers. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's not like Patreon or anything that some of the other people do. You don't have to pay to watch us. You can do it for free.
Mm.
And why wouldn't you? You know, it's fun.
Mm.
We hope to bring you a tour of our cabin on Ovation,
Mm.
and maybe some sightseeing from the ports we're going to go to in Alaska.
And hopefully we can even get some of the crew members to give us a little interview.
Yeah, or maybe some fellow
Right,
passengers.
fellow
you know,
passengers.
Or, you never know who
Yeah.
might be willing to
So true.
spend 5 minutes with us to record a little video snip that we can put in our YouTube.
I know our next cruise, like on the Odyssey, we know a lot of the crew on the Odyssey right now, and that's gonna.
Dennis is Facebook friends with a lot of people
Yeah.
that work for Royal Caribbean. Over the years, we became friends with a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so I think we'll have some opportunities to do that.
It says on a little small on our logo on our introduction, which we didn't get to run tonight. We've been loyal to Royal since 1980, so we got to know a lot of people over the years. I think I discussed in one of our original YouTubes that Ken Rush was the bingo caller on our first cruise. Well, he's one of the big honchos in the corporation now. A little after we left the Nordic Prince, uh, Michael Bailey was the assistant purser on that ship.
Yep, and now
So-
he's the president.
So, you know, when it comes to reminiscing with some of these bigwigs of the company, they've been there and they've been there since the start. And we were at the 50th anniversary of Royal Caribbean, took the cruise,
Yeah, the
and
birthday cruise on the Symphony.
that
Yeah,
that
that's a
was
lot
that
of
was
fun.
just wonderful. And we've discussed that before. We don't want to bore these poor people.
No, but we have a lot of memories,
Mm,
but we've made a lot of friends.
mm.
You know, we now get on a ship and go into the main dining room, and sometimes the maitre d says, "Oh, I remember you. I
That
was
was
on such and such a ship,
that
and
was your bus person.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was your assistant waiter, and now they're a maitre d."
yeah. Well, that's like that one person I talked to on Facebook. She's head of the dining room. She's maitre d, and she started out with next to nothing. Uh, our very very close friend Mario Abarayes, who's a concierge for Royal Caribbean, and he's one of the people whose picture is in our intro uh, with Noreen sitting laughing. He's I remember him. I speak Tagalog because I was stationed in the Philippines off and on for about 6 years when I was in the Navy, and so I learned to speak Tagalog, the Philippine national language. And him and I started striking up a conversation one day when he was a musician. He used to play in a trio on the ship, and little by little, he grew up to where he's now one of the supreme concierges for Royal Caribbean. And
He trains
he,
new ones
yeah,
and
he's a
has a lot of
trainer. That
responsibility.
goes on a lot of the takeouts or on a lot of the maiden voyages, and it's just a wonderful person. And Uma, who's on the Odyssey, she's a real sweetheart too. We got to know her real well on the uh, maiden voyage of the Oasis of the Seas.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
so
cool.
it's I've already set her up where she's gonna give me a little interview. Also on the Odyssey, the manager of the casino, Chris Chen, who's also a
Chris
vlogger,
Wong.
or Chris Wong, I'm sorry. Chris Wong is also, I'm going to try to interview him.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We've been watching him quarantine and not work, and then finally getting called back to work. And he's been doing a lot of videos about his experiences.
Mm.
And now he's working,
Yeah.
finally working.
I'm happy as can be. Boy, I tell you, I know so many of these crew members, and I'll talk to them on Facebook and Messenger and stuff. And they were really down. Now all of a sudden they are so elated. They're back to work. They're happy. Uh, things are going well. And, you know, remember if you're cruising, give these people a nice tip because they have not worked in a while. They have families. Uh, if they did work, they worked medial jobs in their countries where you don't make a lot of money, and help them out. I think that'd be a
I
nice
think
thing.
that's a great thing to suggest. So, anything else we want to talk
I
about?
think it's pretty much where we want to be right now. We're excited. It's 7 days till we're on that ship and gonna be aboard her, and uh, probably sitting in the concierge about now or going to the theater. No, still too early. We'd
Well,
be
I'm hoping that we get some video, because when we've been seeing the first cruises go out on all these different ships from the different vlogs that people have been showing, the crew is clapping and hooting and hollering and welcoming everybody aboard,
Hmm.
and I think that'll be a great,
especially the first cruise. And
yeah,
we're on the first cruise, so
we'll be the first passengers on the Ovation
nice,
since
clean,
we got
fresh
in.
room.
Yeah. So, what do you want to tell everybody, Dennis?
Well, I want to tell you all, very important to remember this: smooth sailing to everyone, and have a great trip. Thank
And
you.
remember to hit the subscribe button.
Oh, definitely hit that subscribe button. And also, there's a reminder You hit the little bell to remind,
The notification. bell.
notification bell, and thumbs up, please. All right.
Thanks. We'll see ya.
Good night, all.
And
Ooh. Where?
you got to get out of that box. Red box.